Coverage for you tonight of the fire and the dangerous weather conditions that may have contributed to it. Let's begin with Denver 7's Maggie Bryan, who spoke with neighbors about what those first moments were like.
Yeah, as the sun goes down, a lot of these homeowners are really just thankful that their homes are safe, that their loved ones are safe, and now reflecting on what a hectic day it's really been. We're here behind some homes on Leo Lane. The backyards of these homes face the field that caught on fire just behind Pinnacle Charter High School. Our crew got here just about 30 minutes after that fire started. We joined homeowners in their backyard as they let fire crews bring hoses through to start tackling the fire. Firefighters also sprayed down wooden fences behind these homes to protect them. They even cut down a tree and other grass to reduce that fuel. We spoke with the 87-year-old woman who owns the home that we're behind right now. She says her dog started howling, alerting her to the fire near her backyard.
But I started praying. They did a good job because we would be burning.
And earlier today, if you were out here, you know just how much the wind was blowing. Now it's settled down a bit now, so not as much as it was before, but firefighters will be out here monitoring those hot spots all night. Live in Thornton, I'm Maggie Bryan, Denver 7.
Maggie, thank you. And because of the high winds and particularly warm conditions that we saw today, that fire grew quickly. Luckily, it was contained before it was able to grow into something much worse.
Denver 7 Tyler Melito was at a press conference held by fire authorities. They have experience with fires like this, Tyler.
Yeah, that is certainly right, Jessica and Shannon. They said that it's been about 6 months since they've had a fire of this size, about 10 acres. The fire grew until it was ultimately contained. And here we are more than 7 hours after the fire first started, and you can still smell the burning grass here right next to Pinnacle High School. We're about maybe 20 yards, 30 yards away from the side of the building. And although it is hard to see right now, as you take a look at some of this video from earlier today, fire crews worked tirelessly to make sure that things were contained as quickly as possible. And that is because Fire Chief for the Thornton Fire Department, Steve Kelly, said that they do not want history to repeat itself. He was referring to the Marshall Fire from a little more than 4 years ago, saying that that fire was something that devastated communities across the state. So they have worked on how to best respond to fires in the future in the years following the Marshall Fire. One way they've been doing that is managing the environment around. Take a listen.
The Marshall Fire is, I think, on everybody's minds in the metro area, and our intent is not to allow that to happen again. So we are constantly, again, taking those lessons learned. Like I said earlier, our vegetation management with our open space and on green belts is directed at maintaining recommendations that came out of the Marshall Fire of conditions that contributed to fire spread into neighborhoods.
Now, the cause of the fire is still under investigation, Kelly says, so we are not sure if this was something that was caused by the conditions that we saw today, the dry conditions in the wind, or something else. We'll hopefully have those answers for you in the days and weeks to come. Live in Thornton, Tyler Melito, Denver 7.
Thank you, Tyler, for that report. Certainly the weather conditions did not help.
No, not at all. Meteorologist Danielle Grant, we knew conditions would be right for exactly this scenario today.
They have been the past couple of days, and unfortunately we're going to have to deal with it yet again tomorrow. So just be ready. Here we go again. A fire weather watch will be in effect up and down I-25. So another day with fierce winds around town. Incredibly high fire danger, however, just a bit further to the south of the city toward the Palmer Divide, Colorado Springs, as they are also going to be under that red flag warning through tomorrow. Here is the details about the fire weather watch. It's going to go into effect at 11 a.m., continue until 5. Tomorrow, the wind gusts not quite as strong as today, but still 40 miles per hour can do some damage if you just have one spark. Humidity anywhere between about 10 to 15%. It has been so dry around here. I don't really need to tell you that. You know if you've been out and about, so just keep that in mind. The winds tonight still howling around Broomfield, 32 miles per hour, 36 up toward Greeley. We do have a little front that's starting to push in. That's helping to bring a few isolated rain showers to the far northeastern corner of the state. The snowfall continues up in the mountains. Hopefully we'll get a couple of those sprinkles for us here in Denver, but I would not count on much. Tomorrow again, another day of high fire danger, above average temperatures as we wind down February. But how's March looking? More details on that in a few.